Would you take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen? The stock market is up yet again. It's currently 11 a.m. on the East Coast, and we have the S&P 500 up 0.7%. We have the NASDAQ 100 up 2%. We have the Russell up 1.2%, as the Dow is pretty much at break even. So today, we got to break down the market, some stocks I'm looking at, and of course, what I'm looking to do now. So hit the like button, subscribe, join my Patreon if you guys want all my moves, Discord access, morning update videos, plus more. That's linked down below. And you guys could also get 5 stocks from Moomoo, each of which are valued up to $3,500. Use that link down below, deposit $100, and you guys can get some free stocks. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So look, guys, the rally from Friday, and if you guys don't remember, Friday was a pretty good day in the stock market. The rally is continuing today. If you guys recall, Friday we had the NASDAQ 100 close up about, I think, 3%, and now that it's up 2%, this thing is up about 5% in just the past 2 trading days. And the S&P on Friday, I think, went up, I forget exactly, maybe 1.5%, something like that. And now the S&P's up 0.75%. So we're going to look at SPY first, then we'll take a look at Triple Q, then we'll talk a little bit about some stocks I'm looking at, and we'll take a look overall at my overall watch list. So make sure you guys hit that like button and let's talk. So SPY at this point is trading at $445 a share. We're clearly above both moving averages on this 20-day chart, and now we're actually taking out, well, I guess we did earlier today. We took out the highs. Well, I guess now in real time, we're taking out the highs from last week. The highs from last week were right around 443.60, maybe around 444. We took those highs out, and it seems like we're trading, well, we're obviously trading above 440, which was resistance pretty much all of last week, other than that run up to about 443 like I just mentioned. And it seems like it's filling up the gap. It's filling the gap towards 447, which was the next main gap for SPY to fill. You guys can see here on the 4-hour chart, if we look at more of a broader based perspective on SPY, 440 was resistance not only last week, but also from back in the early days of October, and 447, 448, which again is the next gap to fill here, which we're fighting to fill now potentially, that was resistance back in the end of September. So now that we broke 440, the next target, again, like I said, is 446 to 448 on SPY, and that is where we might see some selling pressure. We're already getting a little bit of selling pressure right now at about 445. You guys can see I'm not calling a top here, but on the intraday chart, this does seem a bit toppy. We haven't gotten over 445 over the past roughly hour. As I'm filming this video, we failed at 445 multiple times on SPY. So keep that in mind. Maybe we do end up, now that we broke over 440, we're in the mid 440s, maybe we do get some selling pressure back to 440 to retest that, and maybe we bounce off of it from there. So that's kind of what I'm watching on SPY when it comes to SPY on this 20-day chart and on multiple different time frames, right? And when it comes to Triple Q, which tracks, you guys know this, the NASDAQ 100, this has been breaking out. Ever since Apple reported earnings, guys, let's pull up Apple really quickly. They reported on Thursday of last week. Ever since then, this thing has been, Triple Q has been kind of turning the page a bit. It's not a full-on reversal yet. It's not a huge breakout per se, but we have been seeing a bit of a sigh of relief rally, whatever you want to call it, since Apple reported. You guys can see Apple went up once they reported, and the day after, I think Apple was up after the report, maybe 6-7% on the day. Big day for Apple, and that's continuing today. Apple's currently up about 1.5% as it's 11:11 a.m. on the East Coast. Make a wish, guys, 11:11. I hope the markets end up, I don't know. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to do a wish here on the camera, guys. But overall, yeah, Apple's bouncing back. Triple Q is trading above the moving averages on this 20-day chart. And like SPY, Triple Q also took the highs out from last week, which I guess is a pretty good sign in the short term, but I'm not too convinced that we are running up quite yet, that the volatility's over. I'm not convinced yet, guys. And on the intraday chart, you can see we are seeing a bit of a pullback as of now. Triple Q is down close to $2 per share from the intraday high. So we have to watch what this does around 350, 360 for Triple Q, and again 440 for SPY. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to smash that like button if you guys are finding value just doing that, dropping comments, hitting the like button, subscribing. That really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys do want some free money again, and it helps me out overall as well, I do get a bit of a kickback. Check out that Moomoo link down below. We can get some free money. Use that link, deposit $100. Up to 5 stocks is what you could get. So let's talk about what I'm looking to do now, some stocks, what my watch list is looking like. So a lot of the small caps today are running. We have Beyond Meat up 11-12%. SoFi's up 8%. Tesla, which isn't a small cap, far from a small cap. It once was, not anymore. Tesla's up 7-8%. Upwork's up 7%. DraftKings is up another 6%, which yesterday was freaking insane, guys, in terms of the NFL. I put some bets in. I usually don't bet. In fact, I never bet. But yesterday I bet. There was this one, I think it was Joe Burrow touchdown. It was a guaranteed. It was not a guarantee. Nothing's guaranteed, but it was a pretty safe bet. You put down 50. I think 50 was the max, and you could end up doubling it if Joe Burrow got over a touchdown. I think it was plus 1.5 touchdowns. I did that, made some money, and then I accidentally put a money line bet on Kansas City during the game. They lost. I lost $100 on that. Anyway, there's a reason why I haven't been gambling, guys, and I don't gamble sports gambling because I lose a lot of the time. But overall, yeah, that's yesterday. You know, crazy day yesterday NFL-wise, and today with the markets. DraftKings, again, up 6.6%. We have the Chinese stocks doing pretty well. If we take a look here at JD.com, JD's up over 7, almost 7%, up over 6% on the day, and it seems like we are getting some momentum above these moving averages on the 4-hour chart, which is a pretty good sign, and it seems like this might continue. You know, JD in the short term, we've seen when it's gone over the moving averages, it has shown some upside, so maybe this goes mid-high 70s, low 80s in the short term. Yeah, I'm watching that, JD.com, and let's see, are there any red stocks on my watch list? Visa's red today, LH is red, Intel's red, Macy's is red, same with Activision. Other than those 5, everything else is green, guys. We're seeing a crazy day today for tech. I'm also looking at Facebook. I mentioned on my Patreon this morning. I make morning update videos on Patreon every day, guys. Check that out. Link down below. We talked about how Facebook, and I mentioned this on YouTube yesterday too. Facebook to me is pretty, I don't want to say it's undervalued. It's a bargain basement deal right now because that's kind of ridiculous. I don't think it is. I mean, if the P was a 10, 15, that would probably be a bargain basement value. But right now, the PE is about a 21, roughly 22, and that is just ridiculously I don't want to say undervalued, but it's too low for me in terms of it's too low in my opinion. Let's put it that way. It's exactly a 22p right now. I'm looking at it on my iPad. So at this point, I'm looking at Facebook. I'm kind of going back and forth. Is it going to be a long-term position for me, which it once was, got out of it, and I haven't been back into it. Am I going to get back into it as a long-term, or am I looking at it as a swing trade, you know, a longer, maybe mid-term swing trade? I'm kind of going back and forth in my head about this, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about. I want to get back into Facebook here at some point, maybe even this week. I might initiate a starter position right in the low 300s. If it gets back under 300, which I have a feeling there's a decent chance it could, I'll be buying it there for sure, based on how I'm feeling right now. So Facebook's one that I'm really interested in. This one's down about, let's see here, it's down about 20%. So even though it's rallying a bit today and it's pretty much up 20 bucks from the recent 289 low. It's still in a bear market. It's still down 20% from all-time highs, which, if you guys didn't know, that's bear market territory. Anything 20+% of a drop, that's a bear market. Anything 10 to 20% is a correction territory, which is where the overall markets are at right now for Triple Q, the Russell. They're in correction territory now. Well, the Russell was in bear market. Now it's in correction. I'm also looking at Netflix, guys. Netflix is up 8% today. This is nuts. It went from being very oversold, 350. Now it's pretty overbought on the 4-hour chart. It's trading at 415 bucks, so it's already rallied about 65 bucks a share. So I wouldn't rush into Netflix now, but if we do get maybe a pullback, maybe some sort of consolidation around 400, maybe back under 400, that's where I'm looking to potentially add a little bit of Netflix as a shorter to midterm swing. So overall at this point, guys, I'm still being very cautious. I'm still being, I don't want to say very cash heavy in terms of my portfolios, but I have a decent amount of cash, and I'm waiting for these opportunities. Well, there's opportunities here like Facebook, Netflix that I might take advantage of in the short term, but in terms of other opportunities, I still think some stocks are a little bit too lofty for me to get in. Other ones I want to buy are Costco. Costco seems like it is, believe it or not, starting to reverse here. So maybe I have to get in on that as a swing trade as opposed to a long-term investment. We have, again, Tesla is starting to show some upside here, potentially, even though it's under the moving averages. Maybe it does go back to 1,000 in the short term. That's kind of what I'm looking at. So overall, guys, that's it. Stocks I'm watching, that's what I'm watching. Some thoughts. Again, I'm being cautiously optimistic here. We'll put it like that. I'm being cautiously optimistic, and I'm not jumping to any conclusions quite yet. So what do you guys think? Drop me a comment. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to join the Patreon. If you guys want all my real-time buys, sells, call-outs, morning update videos, more access to me throughout the day, all that's on Patreon, link down below. And don't forget to also get your 5 stocks from Moo. Use that link down below, deposit $100, and you guys can get up to 5 stocks, each of which could be valued up to $3,500. Use that link down below to get more information. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, keep crushing the market. Stay safe out there. Peace out.